Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Homechoir. And as you can probably tell by my attire this morning, it's Sing Sunday, and more than that, the fact that I'm able to wear a suit here in the studio must mean that it's not quite as unbearably hot as it has been for the last few days. And also, I am feeling so much better. Still not 100%, but as you can probably also hear from the tone of my voice, I'm not going to have to sing everything down an octave this morning. Now, I know there will be some of you out there going, oh, only tuned in to hear you sing Lotti's Crucifixus in the Basso Profundo range. All I can say is that to me, that the feeling of feeling better after a long period of a heavy cold, it almost makes it worth going through the experience. I mean, I feel so much better. Still, as I say, not 100%, still a little bit of gravel in the voice. That'll come out when I sing those gospel pieces at the end of our broadcast today. But what an amazing range of music we have to sing. We've got some Handel, we've got some Purcell, we've got Pearsall, we've got Lotti. A late addition to the Homechoir Ball this morning is the Mendelssohn I Waited for the Lord, and so much more. So do enjoy this morning's broadcast. It's been a long time since we were here on a Sunday morning, so hello to all of you. Lots of lovely people out there watching live. I shall be welcoming you in just a moment, and of course many more, hundreds more watching later on. Excuse me, I clearly need a drink. I haven't spoken enough this morning. I'm absolutely on the mend, Alison. I think everyone who caught I think we'll have to call it the Homechoir cold last weekend. I think it had a 7-day expiry date, so such a relief. Anyway, so let me check everything's working. Need to check that Patchway Cathedral is sounding good this morning, so let's have a little bit of Plenty Good Room. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the glory train. Okay, get away with that. Let's just check. If I press my buttons, do we have the Lotti? Crucifixus. Lovely. Do we have the Handel? We do. We do have Purcell. Wonderful. Do we have the Purcell and Pearsall? And I Waited for the Lord by Mr. Mendelssohn. Marvellous. What a treat. And Down in the River to Pray, sung by you.
As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way.
Fabulous stuff. Okay. So I think everything we need, I've already checked. I've got my drink. It's so nice. Having had a week of unbelievably bright, sunny skies, at this time of year, it just seems very much off for Bristol. And so as I look out and I gaze at my view, it is grey, it is overcast, it's a little bit odd. It's not quite chilly, but it's certainly not hot. It's drizzly, it's miserable. That's more like it for Bristol at this time of year. So let me welcome everyone who is watching later on. I do hope, as I say, you're all having a good day. Those of you who catch up with us later on are superstars, and thank you for all of the comments and the likes. Please don't forget that like button. I know it sometimes seems a bit trivial, but it really does help propel us up the ranks, helps us get more subscribers and therefore more views. So thank you for all of your comments and for your likes and subscriptions. Hello to everyone who's watching live but isn't necessarily in the live chat this morning. A very good morning to Helene and Bill and Val in California. Very early, but very much appreciate you being here. Hello to Sue and Tony and Sally and Annie and Maureen. Hello to Harry and June. Hello to Anne and Linda and Charlotte and Nikki and Val and Huyen and Katie in Thornbury. And then hello everyone over here. It's a lively crowd this morning / evening. So a very good evening to everyone watching down under. Jane, I hope you're feeling better soon, and I hope Goss is doing okay. Hello to Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey. I've got an email from you. I'm looking forward to reading that and replying to it, but I do hope you're keeping very well, and thank you for joining us. Good evening to you. Hello to everyone who is here. Great turnout this morning. Thanks for being here, folks. Hello, Alison. Hola, Anna. It's your birthday, I understand. Well, certainly it's very soon. Happy birthday to you. Hello, Angela. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Carol. Hello, Carolyn. Hello, Christine. Hello, Christine. Hello, Emma. Hello, Frida. Again, hello Jeffrey, hello Jill, hello Glennis, hello Gloria. It's Anna in the booth today. Hello Irena, hello Jackie, hello Leslie, hello Lisa, hello Marion, hello Mary, hello Mike, hello Nicola, hello Nikki, hello Nina, hello Sheila, hello Susanna and Hanu, hello Suzanne, hello Terry, hello Wendy. It's so lovely to see so many familiar names. And particularly after the week we've had where we saw so many of you at the Homechoir event last Saturday, and I even got to see some of you at the Messiah event this past week. I mean, what a busy week we've had. And hello in particular to Fiona, who was at both events and is travelling home as we speak. I do hope you have a safe journey, and thank you for venturing down south, as they say. Well, everyone, I think we should get started. We've got just a few moments, so make sure you've got your drinks handy. We've got some stunning music this morning, some absolutely beautiful, beautiful music, and some cheery stuff as well to counterbalance the Italianate and very, very intense, clashy harmony. But I think we should begin, as it is 11 a.m, so let's have the C9 chord this morning. We'll sing Homechoir, and we will start our first Sing Sunday of the new season. Are we ready, everyone? Nice deep breath, and thank you very much indeed, everyone. What a beautiful start to our first Sing Sunday of our new season. And what a show we have for you this morning. It is packed with some of the most beautiful music in our, and indeed, the wider choral repertoire. We'll start after our warm-up and the obligatory happy birthdays with Lotti's Crucifixus for 6 voices, which we learned just this past Wednesday, our first in the new series of a choral alphabet, and I'll tell you what's coming up on that very shortly. Then a Homechoir recording, Handel's Save Us, O Lord, which we recorded about 2 years ago as part of our bite-sized Baroque series. And this is a very, very short little chorus, but absolutely glorious. And then we will have 2 pieces by 2 composers who sound very, very similar, both working in the same country, both working in the same style, but separated by a century or so. Purcell's Hear My Prayer, O Lord, the start of what would have been a longer piece had he lived longer. The mind boggles as to what this piece would have sounded like if he'd had a chance to finish it, given how astonishing the very opening of Hear My Prayer, O Lord is. Then we will have A Garland by Pearsall, a stunning piece, absolutely beautiful, from much later, a romantic piece, but writing in the Baroque style. And then something to, I think, soothe a balm, if you like, to soothe the sting of all of that beautiful but very, very sad and intense music. Mendelssohn's I Waited for the Lord, as sung by Homechoir. Then we will bow our heads and we will reflect for just a minute on a very, very important cause that's very relevant today in today's world. Then we will have Down in the River to Pray, again as sung by you, 3 Homechoir performances this morning. We are truly spoilt. Before we finish with plenty good room, and by then we will know whether my voice is up to the task, but I'm looking forward to giving it a go. Now, what have we got coming up this week? Well, we've got something a bit simpler for this coming Wednesday, a bit shorter. Monteverdi's lovely Ave Maria, a piece in 3 parts, so it won't take us more than half an hour to learn. And this is very relevant to all of you in Choir of the Earth who are learning the Monteverdi Vespers at the moment, and those of you who've been along to my Around Sound course. I mentioned this piece in particular because it was one of the very first pieces Monteverdi wrote when he was just 15 years old. Can really go off some people, you know. And then our Fun Friday this week, well, I've called it When You're Smiling because that's the name of the song that we're going to be learning, along with all sorts of other songs about sunshine, happiness and joy in general, because frankly, we need that in our lives, don't we, folks? I know I do. Now, for all the information you need to be a member of Homechoir, remember, it's all completely free. This channel is free. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. It's that red button down there. Just click that, and then you're done. But if you want a bit more, you want the news, all the news that's fit to print and more besides, you need our newsletter, which is completely free. Go to homechoir.org, click newsletter sign up, fill in the very, very brief form, and that's all you need to do. And we'll send you an email every week which has all of the links plus scores and any other news that you might be interested in, given that you are a home chorister. And we promise to never use it to spam you for anything. And don't forget, if you tell us when your birthday is, remember just day and month. Well, then we will sing you happy birthday when your special day rolls around. And we have 3 home choristers celebrating their birthday in the next few days. It's Anna, Linda and Michael, and we'll sing happy birthday for them in just a moment. But let's go full screen and warm our voices up. Let's roll our heads around. You can see from the tone of the colour of today's broadcast, sometimes it's a bright, rich yellow as the light outside is so very bright. This morning it's rather an overcast, greyish blue colour. That very much reflects the colour of the sky outside. That's not a reflection of my mood. Hence the yellow tie, I'm actually feeling quite buoyed and quite positive this morning. We'll see what we can do about that, eh, folks? So let's do a bit of gentle humming, shall we? We'll start here on a C. And let's hum together. Here we go. And again. Stuff. And what we're going to do is sing happy birthday to those 3 home choristers who are celebrating their birthdays in the next, today and over the next few days, because of course we're not on after today until Wednesday. So to Anna in Portugal, to Linda and to Michael, we hope you enjoy your very, very special day with lots of love from all of us in Home Choir. Join in with me, everyone, as we sing happy birthday. Ready? 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anna, Linda and Michael. Happy birthday to you and many more. Fantastic to be back singing on a Sunday morning. So, everyone, let us turn our attention to the first piece in our programme. And if you remember, the choral alphabet is something that we started at the beginning of 2023, and it is great to be pretty much at the midway point. And L, well, to my mind, there is only one great composer who writes such beautiful choral music. We had to include it in the choral alphabet. No, it's not Liszt. It's Lotti, Antonio Lotti. Now, of course, he set the Crucifixus several times. He wrote a version for 8 voices, which is very famous indeed, a version with 10 voices, and this is the version for 6 voices that we learned in a slightly extended, but not quite as extended as the Kuhnau piece that we did at the end of the last series, version of the choral alphabet. So we're going to sing along with Patchway Cathedral Choir as we sing the Crucifixus for 6 voices. So there's your note, everyone, and let's sing together. Here we go. Nice deep breath, and... really is a very, very special piece of music and a great way to start our Sing Sunday. So we're going to follow that on with a recording that you made for me, everyone. Bite Size Baroque was a series that we ran in 2022, just tiny little pieces, all from the Baroque era, and we did pieces by Lully, we did pieces by Monteverdi, by Bach, and of course by Handel. And Handel is a huge favourite of, well, pretty much anyone who enjoys choral singing. And so this one is called Save Us, O Lord. You recorded it for me as part of a Sing and Send, and it's one of my absolute favourite performances of yours. We're going to hear some more of you later on. But let's carry on in this beautiful and lilting and slightly intense Baroque vein with Handel's Save Us, O Lord, as sung by you. Here we go. There is something so intense about those clashes, isn't there, everyone? Right at the end, those two notes so close to each other, resolving. How can two notes so close sound so harsh and yet so beautiful? It's one of the amazing things about music, is sometimes two notes which look so innocuous can sound beautiful together, and yet if they're played out of context or even far apart, it just sounds nasty. Put it in context with a great composer and you have something truly extraordinary, as we are about to hear, because, well, we're going to have a bit of Purcell. Now, Henry Purcell was an English composer, and his music was, I think, perhaps some of the most extraordinary to come out of the Baroque era. Those of you who are learning the Monteverdi Vespers at the moment need to know that Purcell was greatly influenced by the style of Monteverdi, and what we're going to hear is the opening of a piece which he never finished. All we have is this opening section. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and let my crying come unto thee. A simple prayer turned into an extraordinary, almost painful shout of a need for forgiveness, a need for comfort, a need for solace. And this piece is famous around the world in the choral repertoire. And the Choir of the Earth recorded along with this version, which was recorded actually by Patchway Cathedral Choir. That's myself and Anna, and we recorded all the parts of this, and it's the first time we've played this on the channel in a very long time. So everyone, do sing along with Hear My Prayer, O Lord, by Henry Purcell. Here we go.
Oh
Well, he certainly knew a thing or two about writing emotive music, didn't he, old Mr. Henry Purcell? As I say, imagine what the rest of that piece could have sounded like. That was his opening salvo. There would have been probably another 15 or 20 minutes music to follow that. Sadly, we'll never know what he had in his mind, but at least we have that extraordinary little extract. It's not even a piece, it's an extract. But what an extract. So we're going to follow that really with a companion piece. You quite often see these together on a programme because they are written for the same sort of forces. An 8-voice choir singing in a mournful style. But this one is, again, although it's a sad piece with lots and lots of clashes, it has a warmer feel to it. And this isn't by Purcell, this is by Pearsall, who actually many of you will be familiar with. He wrote music, of course, sung throughout the choral repertoire. His version of In Dulce Jubilo is particularly lovely, and we'll be looking at that, I think, for Christmas this year. But this is his Lay a Garland, again, sung by Patchway Cathedral Choir. So please do join in if you know this one. Here we go. That really is a stunning piece. Even though I sang it, and Anna singing those beautiful lines, still so powerful, still so moving. I need a hug, a musical hug, and that's what we're going to have next. We're going to have I Waited for the Lord by Felix Mendelssohn. Now, this is another piece which means a great deal to me personally. I've told the story many times, but when I was 12 years old, my school choir, we went to the Llangollen International Eisteddfod in North Wales. A long way to go from Essex. It took us most of a day to get there, and we sang this piece on stage at the Eisteddfod. and it has stayed with me forever. I was a little boy treble at the time. Obviously, some things have changed, but my love of the piece has not. And so when I put together a version of this back in, it would have been 2021, everyone, 2021. And then I asked you all to sing this as one of the very, very first pieces that Homechoir ever recorded. And so I do hope you enjoy singing along with this one. It is much, much warmer and much, much more soothing. Enjoy, everyone. I Waited for the Lord, as performed by Homechoir. That's a very, very special recording to me, everyone, on so many levels. Thank you to everyone who took part in that all those years ago, and thank you everyone who's been singing along with us this morning. And you can probably hear in the background, if I stop talking for a second, you can hear the rain falling. The hot weather has finally broken here in Bristol. There's even been a couple of rumbles of thunder whilst we've been on the air. And I want to just spend a moment just reflecting on a couple of things. First of all, how good it is to be back after the summer break, how wonderful it is to see all of you. And thank you, everyone, for all of your support, for all the changes that have taken place in Homechoir over the last 6 months to a year or so. To be here at the beginning of a new season with more subscribers than we've ever had before, with so much support from the community. I want to thank all of you, and those of you who came all that way, some of you flying a long way to be at that Homechoir Come and Sing. Huge thanks. And to those of you who just offer us support from wherever you can, however you can, it means the world to all of us. So thank you. And I'd like us, in part, to reflect on that this morning. But I do want to bring out a theme which is a little bit more serious, in fact quite a lot more serious, and I want to just start by warning people that this next thought is potentially triggering, is potentially quite sad indeed, because today, everyone, the September the 10th is World Suicide Prevention Day. And it's not something I'd necessarily bring up, but I had some very, very sad news this week. As I was sitting in London waiting to go along to the church to conduct Messiah, I was actually sitting having a sandwich in the sunshine, and I got a message from one of my former students. And I'm in touch with many of my former students, those who'll still talk to me. And this chap was in my very first GCSE music class 20 years ago. And he told me that very, very sadly, one of his classmates, a young chap who I vividly remember, very, very tragically took his own life this past week. He was 34 years old. He'd been struggling with his mental health for quite some time, and I know that he leaves behind an enormous, gaping wound in the world. Not just with the people who knew him, but the people who are friends and who are family members of those who knew him. And I was very profoundly affected by it. I, of course, know his family very well, and everyone is just completely bereft. And this is one of those, frankly, far too many occasions in which somebody who's been struggling with mental health very, very sadly loses that struggle, because it is an illness. It is not a failing. It is not a moral issue. It is an illness. And so I think today, this is the first time we've mentioned this subject here on the channel, but on World Suicide Prevention Day, I think it is well worth thinking about these things in a managed way. And I do want to say that if this is triggering anything in you and you need help, you need to talk to somebody, please reach out to one of the societies in the country in which you are that can support you. Please talk to somebody, and please remember that everyone is loved. You might not think it. You might think that, well, no one would miss me. Everyone is important. Everyone would be missed. And the gaping wound left in the world when somebody leaves it in that way, well, it is almost beyond thought. It is almost beyond recognition. But we do need to think about it, and we do need to talk about it. So I would like you to think today, everyone, to reflect on how good it is to be back, and also how important you are to the world. You might not think it, but the connections you have to the world are essential, and everyone is loved and everyone would be missed. Let's bow our heads for a minute, everyone. Thank you. Huge thanks, everyone. You're absolutely wonderful comments. I really do appreciate all of your support. And as I say, it was a horrible shock. And this is from somebody I hadn't actually seen or spoken to this lad in over a decade. But yes, it was a shock for me. And this is somebody who's quite far removed from it. This is why I feel this it's so important given today. I think it's important to reflect on these things. But as I say, if talking about this has upset you, has caused something dark to awaken in whatever way, then please do reach out and talk to somebody. That is essential. You are important and you are loved. Now we're going to sing something beautiful. And that, after all, is my cure for most things. And I think we're going to have a bit of Down in the River to Pray, which is another one of our Sing and Send pieces that we recorded, would have been 2 years ago now. I mean, it really is getting to the point I'm having to think, how many years ago was this? Down in the River to Pray, a song about community, everyone coming together to sing, to worship through the love of music. And so let us sing together, everyone, as I went down in the river to pray, and sing out extra loud for me this morning. Here we go. Ready? And... As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown of the Lord? Show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, brothers, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Come on, men. Oh, fathers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, fathers, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, mothers, let's go down, come on down, don't you wanna go down? Come on, mothers, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sinners, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sinners, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. There we are, folks. I tell you what, it's a really, someone's clapping loudly. I'm not sure who's clapping. Might be a neighbour. But I do hope that put a smile on your face, because that's what we need to do. We need to sing and smile. And our last piece today is all about that. And before we finish today, just want to remind you, we're not on tomorrow. We're back on Wednesday. We will be singing that beautiful Ave Maria by Monteverdi in 3 parts. It won't take anywhere near as long to teach as that Lotti in 6 parts. And remember, written by a 15-year-old. I mean, my goodness me. And if you are in Choir of the Earth, I'm so looking forward to continuing with the Monteverdi Vespers this week. And if you aren't, well, then do consider signing up for my Around Sound course, which I've been running over on that channel, because it is a really good one. All sorts of fascinating information about Monteverdi. Verdi. But in the meantime, everyone, we're going to finish today with Plenty Good Room, and we're going to see if my voice is up to it. I think it's there. Shall we give it a go, everyone? Because there is plenty good room on the Glory Train and plenty good room in our wonderful, wonderful home choir. Here we go. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Ticket if you wanna ride on the Glory Train. It ain't gonna happen unless you qualify. On the Glory Train, better mind what you say and mind what you do. On the Glory Train, a mighty, mighty power's watching over you. Plenty good room on the Glory Train. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Plenty good room. Shouting all aboard on the Glory Train. The Glory Trains are heading up to heaven's door. The Glory Train, there's a long golden path they're reaching toward the sun. On the Glory Train, the heavenly journey has just begun. Plenty good room on the Glory Train. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Plenty good room on the Glory Train. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Whoa, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Well, from an increasingly soggy Bristol and from our first Sunday Sing of the new season, I thank all of you for being here today. I hope you enjoyed a broad range of music. I hope you put a smile on your face despite the sad reflection in the middle. As I said again, if any of that upset you, do reach out and speak to someone. But remember, we are here throughout the year singing music of all different styles, all different genres. Occasionally we sing about mangoes. Occasionally we sing beautiful Italian polyphony. Sometimes we sing songs from the East End of London. Sometimes we sing songs from Renaissance Italy. And that's what we're doing on Wednesday when I see you for Choral Alphabet. But do enjoy the rest of your day, dear friends, whether it's late at night, in which case enjoy the rest of your day and sleep well. Thank you for warming Sunday up for us. If it's first thing in the morning and there's not even the slightest sliver of sun in the sky, well then do please enjoy your full day and with a full heart and a big smile on your faces. And all of you, take care and we'll see you on Wednesday. All the best, folks.